Hi, I wanted to just share a little story with you, and it concerns these things, these Apple Watches. I was, now, for those who don't have an Apple Watch, one of the features is it monitors your health, and if it detects a, a violent movement, it will sometimes think that you've had a fall, and it will ask you if you want to notify emergency services. And then you can scroll down and say, no, I'm okay, or yes, I fell, but I'm fine, or call emergency services. And it happens to me all the time. When I'm out playing pickleball, I will get hit or something will happen. Occasionally I fall down. I fall down about once a year because my brain doesn't realize that my body isn't 18 anymore, and I will go for things that I probably shouldn't go for, and then I hit the ground, and it hurts. But anyway, so that's the background on the Apple Watch. Well, 2 weeks ago, I was doing a mentorship. I had someone come in for overseas, and a friend of mine, who I will just identify as Mary, was his practice partner. And I was showing him the hand drop induction and instructing him on how to do it very effectively. And he was doing super, and he did the hand drop induction, and Mary, who is a terrific subject, by the way, went deep into hypnosis. And so he continued his deepening, as you're supposed to do, and everything was fine. And then somebody's cell phone went off. I didn't really think very much about it. It wasn't mine. It wasn't my mentorship student. So I just assumed it was Mary's. And we continued the session with her still deep in trance. And then I heard a voice. And the voice said, "This is 911. What is your emergency?" And I didn't really know what to do. And so I kind of shook Mary's shoulder and said, "Hey, go ahead and answer that." And she was so deep in trance that she really couldn't talk. And she just went, And then once again, 911, what's your emergency? Have you had a fall? And I can't get her to answer. And I thought, oh, I could count her up out of hypnosis, but then I thought, that's going to sound really weird on the speakerphone, and no wonder what the heck is going on. And so then I said, no, she's fine. But after I said that, I thought, well, that's not going to sound good. If she's fine, why isn't she answering for herself? And then my next thought was, I could explain to them, oh, well, you see, we just did a hand drop induction, and she's deep in trance, and so that's why. And I thought, that's not going to sound good either. So I didn't really know what to say. And so finally, the voice on the other end of the phone stopped talking, and then we sat there and waited for the police to come. Because in many jurisdictions, what will happen is if someone accidentally calls 911 and then hangs up the phone, they think it might be a domestic disturbance, and so they will send the police over just to make sure that everything's okay on that location. So we waited and waited. Well, the police didn't come. Now, what I'm thinking is that these watches go off all the time, and so they probably get a lot of false alarms. So probably they don't follow up on these calls the way they would with a normal 911 hang-up. But anyway, so I tell this story, so just in case you're a street hypnotist who does instant inductions, or even a hypnotherapist that does instant inductions sometimes in the office, you might want to suggest to your client that she should put her Apple Watch in her pocket, or maybe set it on the table by her phone. Otherwise, you may get a call from 911 emergency. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny, and I thought I would share this with you. Oh, one more thing. I had my watch get me almost in trouble a while back. I was at a conference. This was about 3 weeks ago. I was at a conference, and I put my watch on the desk of my hotel room, and I went to take my shower. Well, while I was taking my shower, my watch fell off the desk and fell on the floor. And when I got out of the shower, I found out that Stephanie, my wife, had been notified. Both of my sons had been notified that there was an emergency and I probably had a fall. It even called my sister to let her know that something was wrong with me and I'd had a fall. So I had to call 4 people and let them know that no, I was okay. It was just that my watch fell off the desk and I couldn't do anything about it because I was in the shower and didn't know about it. So yeah, so something to think about with these watches. So if your client's wearing it, have her take it off. If you're wearing it, doing the induction, you could set yours off. So yeah, something to think about. Anyway, this is Sean Michael Andrews, and I will be talking with you.